Hundreds hit the streets across the Triad as part of a nationwide No Kings protest. Each person had their own reason for being there, but their main message was that President Donald Trump is bad for America. Good evening, I'm Ben Briscoe. The protest came exactly 1 month since the war in Iran began and over 40 days since the DHS shutdown started, leaving TSA workers unpaid. In response to the protest, the White House commented, saying the only people who care about these Trump derangement therapy sessions are the reporters who are paid to cover them. We have team coverage this evening. WFMY 2's Nixon Norman went to the protest in Winston-Salem, and Lauren Tier starts us off in Greensboro.
What started as some smaller groups gathering this morning quickly turned into a large, energized crowd in downtown Greensboro. From college students to veterans, people from all backgrounds tell me they showed up to stand up for democracy. The sounds of drums and chants echoing through downtown Greensboro as hundreds gathered for a No Kings protest. For some, their age was a big motivation to participate.
We have a voice, the younger people have a voice, and they need to see us out here so that we all feel comfortable protesting, exercising our rights, and making the difference that we want to see.
Students at North Carolina A&T say exercising their freedom of speech stems from the school's historic role in driving civic change in America.
Civic engagement is very big at A&T, so just being a part of it and making sure we continue that legacy is something that's really big.
The message No Kings meant different things to different people.
To me, No Kings just means exercising democracy, the principles that America was founded on.
And no dictatorship really is all I think of every time I see it.
I support democracy, and I see that it's being worn away very quickly due to Project 2025 and efforts that have been made to take away freedoms of speech, freedom of the press.
Philip Miller says he volunteered to energize the crowd and represent the immigrants he helps on their path to U.S. citizenship. The retired Air Force colonel and chaplain says this is his third No Kings demonstration.
I teach citizenship classes to immigrants. I'm going on April 15th to watch 2 of them be sworn in who have passed the exam. And all of that's very important to me. But I want, if they're going to become citizens and have the right to vote, I want their vote to matter. And I don't want them to be turned away because of their accent or the color of their skin.
For those younger protesters, the moment also signifies a generational shift in responsibility.
And it's just so much that the people that came before us, even our parents, can do at this point. They fought their fight, so I mean, it's our turn now.
Now let's bring in WFMY 2's Nixon Norman, who talked with the crowd in Winston-Salem.
Ben, as America turns 250 years old, Americans across the country are voicing their opinions about their concerns with the Trump administration.
The message is simple.
No wars, no kings, no dictators, no.
But it's layered for Forsyth County's Democratic Party Chair Jennifer Marshall.
This is 250 years of us being a country, and we are seeing that slowly slide away under his administration.
She and hundreds of others in Winston-Salem came together to protest President Donald Trump. 16-year-old Avalie Malcolm was one of the youngest in the crowd. As she holds a sign mentioning Trump is a convicted felon, she's glad so many showed up and spoke out.
It makes me really happy to see that so many people are willing to stand up for what they think is right.
Her reason for rallying is very personal as a survivor of assault. She's concerned that a jury found Trump liable for sexual abuse of E. Jean Carroll in 2023. Trump denies the allegations.
As a victim myself, having somebody who has done those things as a president and somebody who is ruining the world and doesn't want love to prosper, that's why I'm out here, because everybody deserves to love each other and there shouldn't be hate.
Richard Crawford says protests now need to move from the streets to the ballot box.
I feel like the fight don't stop here. We gotta keep fighting, you know what I'm saying? We all a family, we all fighting for a cause, you know what I'm saying? We just can't just out here and hold signs and, you know, these signs are nice, but it's more than that. We gotta vote when it's time to vote. We gotta educate our people, our family members.
And Winston-Salem
People also gathered in Asheboro to join the No Kings rally. Protesters lined North Cox Street and East Salisbury Street.
And so we're here in Asheboro because it's a very red county, and we want people to know that not everybody thinks the same way as the Republicans and as Trump does. The Constitution is important. ICE is out of control. The Congress seems to be no longer functioning very properly, and so we're saying enough is enough.
The demonstrations in our area were part of more than 3,000 protests nationwide. One of the biggest was in Minneapolis, where ICE cracked down earlier this year. Protesters there said they want to send a message to the rest of the world, saying the United States is under attack from the inside.
Democracy is under threat. It's that simple. It's absolutely tragic what's happening in this country and around the world. And I just want my voice to be heard with other people.
President Trump says his polls are better than ever before. And yesterday, he said he has a mandate from voters to carry out his policy agenda.
And I won all 7 swing states by millions and millions of votes. We won the Electoral College by a massive number. We won the popular vote, millions and vote, just millions. This was a big election. I loved every minute of it.
So the latest CBS poll from earlier this week shows 40% of Americans approve of President Trump's job, 60% disapprove. Turning now to weather, new at 6, we are under a statewide burn ban with dry conditions leading to an increased wildfire risk. Alex, we got a little rain last night. Why was that not enough?
Well, I mean, we need inches upon inches of rain to really help bust us out of this drought. We've seen incremental improvements in certain locations, but it really just hasn't been enough. Obviously, we've got the statewide burn ban. So that's open air burning, not all burning, just open air. So no burning leaves, no burning anything outside. That is in effect from now until they lift it. So, of course, we're going to keep you updated on that as well. As far as fire risk here locally goes, it still will be in the very high risk as we go into our Sunday. By the time we get into Monday, we actually start to see it step back down to high and then to moderate even Tuesday into Wednesday. I think the reason why we start to see the fire risk decrease is we're actually going to bring a little bit moisture back on the backside of an area of high pressure that's departing the area, and we're going to bring rain chances back as well, especially into Wednesday evening, Thursday, Friday, and the such. So there's our fire danger again. Really the biggest things that spread it: low relative humidity that dries out the vegetation even more, and then you get the winds on top of that that help spread that. And boy, did we have winds today. Very strong winds across the Triad, anywhere from 25 to 30 mile an hour winds, even close to the 40 mile an hour threshold there into Greensboro, PTI. And I can tell you, this morning I was out there, it was definitely very breezy. Winds have started to come down just a little bit and will continue to settle as we go through the evening, kind of relaxing a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a breeze tomorrow, but instead of it being out of the north, it's going to come back out of the southwest, and we'll see potentially even some stronger winds as we go into our Monday and then into our Tuesday, bringing warmer weather with it. Details on that a little later. Forecast. You can see that we're cooler tomorrow, lower 60s. We still start a warming trend, mid 70s, and then low 80s Tuesday into Wednesday. Wednesday night through the end of the week, it does look wet. I think we will see thunderstorms Wednesday night, at least a couple of those, and then it looks soggy as we head towards the end, towards Easter.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 11.